Today is Palm Sunday, and what we see is that their story is riddled with ifs. And this is the day that we acknowledge that the people celebrated Jesus. Come on now, you know this story. This is when Jesus was riding. The reason why we call it Palm Sunday, you can read this in the Gospels for yourself, is because Jesus asked his disciples to go and find a young donkey, and they untied the donkey, and Jesus rode into Jerusalem on the donkey. And the Bible says that people were throwing palm branches and leaves on the ground, symbolizing their acknowledgement for Jesus as king. It was a royal procession of sorts. And for the first time, it seems like, Jesus finally has the attention of everyone. See, when he traveled, there were pockets of people who listened to him and pockets of people who followed him, and the Pharisees on the side, and they were disinterested in what Jesus was doing, and a lot of times they disagreed with what Jesus was doing, and they were defensive about what Jesus was doing. But remember, I told you, if draws you into the story. If Lazarus is sleeping, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. If we allow him to keep going, people will believe in him. And now, because of all these ifs, watch this, he has finally drawn everyone into the story, and for the first time, Jesus has everyone's attention. Do I have your attention now? People are praising Jesus, and he's a center of praise. He is the focal point once and for all. No longer is Jesus having to fight and compete for people's attention with other religious figures, with other gods. On Palm Sunday was the day that all the ifs drew everyone into the story, and now everyone's focused on Jesus. For the first time in his 3-year ministry, he has everyone's attention. And they're praising him. He is the focal point. And what's interesting about this moment is that at the height of people's praise for Jesus, he has all of their attention. He makes a statement that challenges and transforms us as we know it. At the height of capturing the imaginations and the attention of people who had disregarded him, who were disinterested in him, who were defensive because of him, he drew them into the story. Now he has everybody's attention, and he uses this moment, watch this, not to ask people to worship him. Watch what he says. John 12:44. If you trust me, you are also trusting God. Isn't it interesting that after all those ifs, after drawing people into the story of what God has been trying to do, those who were disinterested, those who were defensive, those who would distance themselves from Jesus because they thought he was crazy, he finally has everyone's attention, and they're worshiping him. And you would think that he would feel good about the fact that now everybody finally recognizes that I am the king. There's a royal procession. People are praising me and worshiping me. And at the height of his capturing of their imagination and their attention, Jesus points us to what he really wants. He doesn't say, I want you to worship me. He says, I want you to trust me.